Let us see, students, we have to discuss about the liverwort. As we have studied that the liverwort and masses are the example of bryophytes. We have discussed about bryophytes, that bryophytes are the plants which are called as the amphibian of plant kingdom. They are found in moist and sandy places. Today we will discuss about the liverwort. That as the name given here, liverwort. If we see about the structure of liverwort, then we can say that these liverworts are in shape of लीवर इन आवर बॉडी. जिस तरह से हमारे बॉडी में हमारा लीवर होता है, उसी के आकार का यह लीवर वर्ड प्लांट होता है. बट द डिफरेंस इज दैट कि देयर इज डिस्टर्ब शेप ऑफ लीवर इन आवर बॉडी. यदि हमारे बॉडी का जो लीवर है उसका शेप डिस्टर्ब कर दिया जाए, तो जो डिस्टर्बिंग शेप होगी उसी के शेप का हमारा यह प्लांट होता है, इसलिए इसको हम लीवर वर्ड भी कहते हैं. एंड दिस लीवर वर्ड आर दोज प्लांट्स विच कैन ग्रो ऑन द damp places, it can grow on the sandy places. We can write here that it grows damp sandy places. हम कह सकते हैं कि these are found in the bank of stream, these are found on the bark of trees and on those places where there is moisture, and these bryophytes are the plants which body is thylaid, because there is no differentiation, as we have discussed earlier in bryophytes, that there is no differentiation in plant body, due to which the shape of the plant body, this liverwort, is also thylaid. Thylaid plant body. Why it is called as thylaid plant body? Because there is no differentiation in the different parts of body. There is no any differences in the plant body like leaf, stem and root, due to which we can say that the plant body is thylaid. And if the plant body is thylaid, then in a very simple word we can say that there is no any differentiation. We can say that there is no any differentiation. There is no any differentiation, means there is no any differentiation in the plant body, due to which we said that there is thylaid structure of the plant body. And these plants body have leaf like structure, and this leaf like structure, if I will draw the figure here, this plant body have the leaf like structure, and we know that leaf has the dorsal surface as well as ventral surface. यदि हम किसी पौधे की लीफ को देखें तो लीफ की तरह स्ट्रक्चर इन liver worts की होती है. The best example of liver wort is Rixia and Markensia, and there are many other plants which are the example of liver wort, but the most common example is Rixia and Markensia. Markensia is given in your book also. If you will see about the structure of the plant body, then it is like the leaf. बिल्कुल लीफ की तरह इनका स्ट्रक्चर होता है. How can we say? This is leaf-like structure in which there is a mid-rib like structure. यदि हम उनके स्ट्रक्चर को देखेंगे तो मिड रिब की तरह स्ट्रक्चर होती है. एंड इफ देयर इज लीफ लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, देन देयर इज द डॉर्सल सरफेस एज वेल एज वेंट्रल सरफेस. तो ड्यू टू द डॉर्सल एंड वेंट्रल सरफेस वी सेड that it is dorso-ventrally flattened, because if it is in leaf like structure, leaf तो होता नहीं है, but there is leaf like structure, and due to which it is called as there is, or it is dorsiventral flattened. Dorso-ventrally flattened. How can we say? dorsiventral condition. Why there is dorsiventral condition? Because it is a leaf-like structure. And if we will see about the detailed structure of this liverwort, then you can see the figure number 3.2, which is given on page number 34. A and B figure is given. You can see the figure of liverwort markensia is given on page number 34. You can see there. I will draw here also. If we will see the structure, then with the help of structure, we can understood very easily that the plant body is unisexual as well as bisexual, because both the sex organs are present at same thyli or on different thyli, due to which we can say that there is the unisexual condition or bisexual condition. How can we say? Let us see. We can draw the structure at any places. If we'll draw the figure, then we will see that there is a flattened leaf-like structure here. Such type of structure is given, and at the upper portion there is a race-like structure, which is called as such type of structure is given. This is a race-like structure, and this race-like structure is called as, we can say here, race, and this figure is this line structure is archaeogonopore. As we have studied that the male reproductive organ of bryophytes are Antheridia, and female sex organ is Archegonia. So that Archegonopore and this is the midrib. This is midrib, and here there are cup-like structures. There is a cup-like structure. This cup-like structure is called as Jimma cup, or sometime it is read as Gemma cup. हम अलग अलग प्रोनाउंसिएशन करते हैं, उसको जिम्मा कप पढ़ते हैं या गेमा कप पढ़ते हैं, गेमी पढ़ते हैं या जिम्मी पढ़ते हैं. It is not a matter. Let us see. At the base there are cup like structure, and this cup like structure is called as Zimma cup, and at this places root like structures are arised. There is no true roots, but root like structure are present, and these root like structure are called as rhizoids. If we'll see about the male reproductive organ, then it is same. The difference is that in place of Archegonopore there will be Antheridio spore. It means in place of Archegonia there is Antheridia. So this Antheridia and Archegonia are present on same thyli, as well as it is present on different thyli. हमने unisexual condition को यहाँ दर्शाया है in your book. The unisexual condition is given because both the Archegonia and Antheridia are present on different thyli. This is a thallus-like structure, and this Archegonia is present on another thallus, and the Antheridia is also present on another thallus, due to which we can say that it is unisexual in nature. It is unisexual in condition. Now we have to see about the detail in other plant body. As we have discussed that it is flatten like structure. Due to this flatten like structure, we called it that this plant body is prostate in nature. Prostate in nature. Why it is called as prostate in nature? Why it is called that this plant body is prostate in nature? The reason is that this plant body is flattened on the surface of soil. यह मिट्टी पर बिल्कुल फ्लैट स्ट्रक्चर में होता है. प्रोस्टेट नेचर मींस इट इज नॉट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इरेक्ट पोजीशन. यदि कोई प्लांट बॉडी बिल्कुल इस तरह से इरेक्ट हो, इफ इट इज इन इरेक्ट कंडीशन तो इसको हम इरेक्ट कहेंगे. बट इफ इट इज नॉट इन इरेक्ट फॉर्म, इट इज इन सच अ सिचुएशन, सॉइल पर क्रीपर के रूप में फैल रहा हो, इन दैट सिचुएशन वी कैन से दैट इट इज प्रोस्टेट इन नेचर. I think you understood it very well that what is why we call that the liverwort is prostate in nature. The reason is that this thallus is dorsiventral in nature, due to which it is spread on the surface of soil, and then it is called as the prostate in nature. The next condition is that we have studied about the example students that Rixia and Markensia. मार्केंसिया, इसको मर्चेंटिया भी पढ़ लेते हैं. समटाइम वी कॉल्ड इट एज मर्चेंटिया, बट इट इज कॉल्ड एज मार्केंसिया. Rixia and Markensia, these two are the example of this liverwort. Example of liverwort. Now we have to study about the reproduction in liverwort, how they reproduce. There is asexual mode of reproduction as well as sexual mode of reproduction. Means we can say that there is sexual reproduction as well as asexual mode of reproduction. If there is asexual mode of reproduction or vegetative mode of reproduction, then the asexual or vegetative mode of reproduction is by the fragmentation of this thyli. We can say that there is asexual or vegetative reproduction. Asexual reproduction, or we can say that vegetative reproduction by the fragmentation. By the fragmentation, it is given in your book, students, that there is asexual reproduction. But if question is asking that how is there vegetative reproduction in case of liverworts, yes, there is vegetative reproduction by the process of fragmentation, and it is by the fragmentation of this thyli. So we called as there is asexual reproduction by the process, by the fragmentation of thyli, by the fragmentation of thyli, or we can say by the formation of zyma on the zyma cup. Fragmentation of thyli. I have written here thyli and thallus. This thyli is plural and thallus is singular. Okay, there is asexual reproduction by the fragmentation of thyli or by the formation of zyma or gamma, also by the formation of gamma. Now we have to see that how there is the formation of zyma on the thyli of liverwort or Markensia. We can say, students, that there are cup-like structure. This cup-like structure are zyma cup, and there is the formation of zyma on the zyma cup. ये जो zyma cup है, इसी zyma cup में zyma की formation होती है, and that zyma after maturing detach from its body and help in the growth of new plant body. help in the growth of new plant body. What am I saying? By the formation of zyma in zyma cup. When there is the formation of zyma, it become mature, and when it become mature, then it detach from the parent's body and grow in the new plant body or new organisms, due to which there is asexual reproduction in Markensia. You can write here Markensia. We are studying about the Markensia because a special example is given in your book also. Let us see, students, what I can say. We can say that there is asexual reproduction by the fragmentation of thyli or by the formation of zyma in zyma cup, which develop into the cup-like structure that is called as zyma cup, and after maturing it detach from the parent's body. Question आपसे पूछ सकता है कि where the zyma cup is present on the plant body, then you can say that zyma cup is present on the thyli or thallus of the Markensia plants, of the Markensia or liverbird. zyma cup कहाँ present होते हैं? इस thallus पर present होते हैं, थैली पर present होते हैं. Okay, the next topic. After then, this zyma cup detach from the parent's body and grow into new individual. Now we have to discuss about the sexual mode of reproduction in Markensia. Sexual reproduction. Students, if we discuss about the sexual reproduction, then we can say if we discuss about the sexual reproduction, as we have discussed that the plant body is unicellular as well as multicellular, it will depend on the presence of male and female sex organ on same plant body or on different plant body. So if we discuss about the sexual reproduction, then we can say that during sexual reproduction, the male and female organ are produced on same thallus as well as on different thallus. It will be present on same thallus as well as on different thallus, and there is the sporophyte condition after the fusion of male and female reproductive parts. We can say that male reproductive part, there is male reproductive part which is called as antheridia. Antheridia, in which there is a development of antheridiospore. Spores. And if there is female reproductive part, as we have discussed in bryophytes, female reproductive parts, then there will be eggs. There will be eggs. As we have studied that when there is the fusion of male and female gametes, then there will be the formation of zygote, and that zygote differentiate into sporophyte plant body. That zygote, there will be a formation of zygote, and that zygote differentiate into sporophyte plant body. What we can say? We can say that there is the formation of zygote after the fusion of male and female gametes, and this zygote is differentiate into sporophyte plant body. If there is sporophyte plant body, then there will be the formation of spores at this position. क्या होगा जब sporophyte body बनेगी? तो as the name given here, sporophyte means there is the formation of spore will start at this stage. Means in liverbird, the dominant phase is gametophytes, as we have discussed in bryophytes, because it is the example of bryophytes. So the gametophytic stage is dominant in case of liverwort also. Let us see, we have discussed that there is the formation of sporophyte, and this sporophyte is differentiated into foot, as we have discussed, same foot, seta and capsule. We have read also that the sporophyte plant body is differentiated into foot, seta and capsule. This capsule, we have studied that there is formation of spores in the capsule, and when there will the formation of spores, then at that time there will be meiosis, due to which there is the formation of haploid cell, and the gametophytic condition will be developed. Gametophytic condition will be developed. We can say that after meiosis, the spores produce within the capsule and germinate to form the gametophyte stage. Okay, students, if there is any problem, then you can ask. We have discussed about the liverworts. Now we have to discuss the next topic, that is mass. यदि कुछ पूछना है इसमें तो पूछ सकते हो आप. We have to discuss about the masses. The another example of bryophytes, in which we have to study about the characteristics of masses. As we discuss, students, that what is the main difference between the liverwort and mass? We have studied that liverworts are prostate in nature, but the masses are not prostate in nature. They are erectile in position. They are erectile in position, and there is two stages in the life cycle of masses. One is protonema stage, as well as there is leafy stage. दो स्टेज होती है इनके लाइफ साइकिल में, एक को हम प्रोटोनिमा स्टेज कहते हैं और दूसरे को लीफी स्टेज कहते हैं. एंड इन masses also there is the gametophytic stage which is dominant. Gametophyte condition, gametophyte stage ही क्या होती है? Dominant होती है. So we can say that in masses there is a predominant stage of life cycle is gametophyte. Is gametophyte. There is the dominant stage in the masses is called as gametophyte, and it is predominant phase. It is predominant phase, and there are two stages. There are two stages. That two stages is, the first one is protonema stage, and the second one is leafy stage. The protonema stage and leafy stage. We have to discuss about these two. First of all, we have to discuss about the protonema stage. If we discuss about protonema stage, then it is also called as juvenile stage. It is called as a juvenile stage. Why it is called as juvenile stage? Because the protonema stage develop directly from the spores. When there is the formation of spore, जब कैप्सूल की फॉर्मेशन होगी, फ्यूनेरिया आप पढ़े थे, फ्यूनेरिया का फिगर भी आपने देखा था कि जब कैप्सूल की फॉर्मेशन हो रही थी, उस कैप्सूल से स्पोर्स बनते थे, और जैसे ही वो स्पोर्स डिटैच होकर के गिरते थे सॉइल पर, एट दैट टाइम when the spores are come on the ground, then there is the development of protonema stage, due to which it is called as juvenile stage. It is called as juvenile stage. Once more, that there is two stages. One is protonema stage, which is developed directly from the spores, due to which it is called as juvenile stage, and the leafy stage. In leafy stage, there is development of sex organs. There is development of sex organs in leafy stage. So we called as that sex organs are present in a leafy stage. Are present. Sex organs are present in leafy stage. Let us see, students. If we'll see that, then the plant body is creeping, green, branch, and filamentous. The plant body is creeping, green, and filamentous. The plant body is green, leafy, branched, and filamentous. And the second stage, that is called as leafy stage. In this stage, it is developed from this protonema stage. This leafy stage is developed after the protonema stage, or we can say that the leafy stage developed during the secondary protonema stage. This leafy stage developed from secondary protonema stage, where we can write that leafy stage develop from secondary protonema stage. Develops from secondary protonema stage. This leafy stage is developed from secondary protonema stage, and it consists of leaf-like structure. It consists of spiraled or spirally leaf-like structure that is given in your book फिगर 3.2 का सी पोर्शन जो दिया हुआ है, सी फिगर को तुम देख लो. देयर इज डेवलपमेंट ऑफ leaf like structure, and from that leaf like structure there is development of sporophyte stage. There is development of sporophyte stage. How it happens? Because when there is development of leafy stage, then there are false root like structure. Actually two roots are not present. Root like structure are developed, that is called as rhizoids. Means we can say that the leafy stage, during leafy stage, the plant body is attached with soil with the presence of this rhizoids. With the presence of rhizoids, the plant is attached with the soil, and there is development of male sex organ antheridia and female sex organ archegonia. Say it is same in case of bryophytes and pteridophytes. The male and female sex organ is antheridia and archegonia respectively. First of all, we have to discuss about the asexual reproduction. If we discuss about asexual reproduction, then in case of masses, the asexual reproduction is by the fragmentation or budding. There is asexual or vegetative, we can say here, vegetative reproduction, by fragmentation, or budding. And when it happens in secondary protonema stage. We can say that it happen during secondary protonema stage. Why it happens during the secondary protonema stage? Because at this stage there is development of male and female sex organ. There is development of male and female sex organ, and these male and female sex organs are present after the secondary protonema stage, means during the leafy stage, and there is the sexual reproduction by the fusion of male and female gametes, means by the fusion of antheridia and archegonia, and same as liverwort, there is the formation of zygote. If we discuss about the sexual reproduction, then by the fusion of antheridium, means male and female gametes, there is sexual reproduction by the fusion of male gametes and female gametes, means antheridospores and female gametes X. After then there will be development of sporophytic condition when there is the formation of zygote, then this zygote is differentiated into sporophyte, and as the liverwort we have studied that the mass is more developed during the sporophyte stage, or we can say that sporophyte in mass is more developed than in liverwort. This is the difference, that the sporophyte stage in mass is more developed than in liverwort. After then there will be the meiosis. And during meiosis there will be the formation of haploid. During meiosis there will be the formation of haploid stage, means there will be the formation of gamete from the sporophyte stage. In this way we have studied about the bryophytes, about the liverwort and masses. The example is sphagnum, funaria, etc., polytrichum, etc. These are the examples. We have discussed about the economic importance of the mosses, funaria, and sphagnum also. In this way, your topic has finished. If you have to ask anything, then you can. Only 2 minutes time is remain. Students, if you have to ask anything, then you can.